Lumos Maxima.
Do you know what that sound is?
Lumos Maxima.
That is the sound of the Fantastic Beasts trailer. Not only will we get to see the American side of the Wizarding World, did you see how amazing the American Ministry looks? But there's also Cursed Child, the play written by the Queen herself, following the now middle-aged trio and their kids. We will finally be able to see what house Albus was sorted into and how Teddy became head boy. It has been so long, but the elixir of life that is Harry Potter is back. As I like to say, books give us life and life gives us books. So anyway, before I dive of excitement, I thought, to get us back in the Harry Potter spirit, I'd shed some light on one of my favorite fan theories, approved by J.K. Rowling, the giver of books and life herself. Lumos. Harry's story is intertwined with death. From the very start, the death of his parents and the apparent death of the Dark Lord change his life forever. He spends the rest of his journey seeing death, avoiding death, and fighting death. With such a large role, it is no wonder that death is represented by one of the most influential characters in the books, Dumbledore. One of the most obvious ways to see this is through the tale of the three brothers in Beedle the Bard. The brothers escape death's trap, and death rewards them, knowing that whatever they choose will only bring them closer to him. From death, the first brother claims the most powerful wand in existence. The second brother obtains a stone to resurrect the dead, and the third brother requests death's own invisibility cloak. The three brothers are represented by Voldemort, Snape, and Harry respectively, and in each of their stories, Dumbledore is death. For Voldemort, power is everything. Everything he does is to obtain more power. Power over death is what leads him to create Horcruxes and later inspires his quest for the Elder Wand itself. It is the same for the first brother, who, once he claims the wand, abuses and flaunts his power and is killed for it. Voldemort dies in a similar fashion as he tries to exert his power over the Wizarding World. Snape is driven by his long-lasting love for Lily. Even after Lily leaves him, he still pines after her and begs Voldemort to spare her. When she is killed, he spends the rest of his life trying to make her death mean something, through protecting her child and fighting her fight, helping to bring down Voldemort. The second brother uses the Resurrection Stone to recall his own lost love. She withers away like a forgotten bloom, a living dead in a world that is not her own, and the brother, driven mad with longing, kills himself. Snape eventually dies for his love of Lily, the same way the brother dies for want of his true love. The last thing Snape does is look into Harry's eyes, the eyes Harry shares with his mother, the imperfect embodiment of Snape's endless dedication, like the imperfect ghost the brother recalled. The last brother is represented in Harry. In addition to Harry being a direct descendant of Ignotus Peverell, the third brother, and inheriting the very invisibility cloak from the legend, he, like Ignotus, dies embracing death. Once Ignotus lives a full life, he sheds the invisibility cloak and greets death as an old friend, just as Harry goes to his death willingly, for to truly live, Harry must die. For all three of them, Dumbledore is death. It is Dumbledore that has the Elder Wand when Voldemort obtains it, and it is Dumbledore that convinces Snape to give up his life by turning on Voldemort to honor his lost love. And it is Dumbledore that meets Harry when he goes to his death willingly and embraces him as an old friend. Death wrote their lives and controlled their stories up to their death. The Abandoned Boys, as Voldemort, Snape, and Harry are often referred to as, saw Hogwarts as their home away from their less-than-stellar families. The school, which was run by Dumbledore, played a huge role in their lives and in their deaths. All three of the Abandoned Boys start at Hogwarts, learning, playing, and growing. All three of their journeys end at Hogwarts, searching, fighting, and dying. Snape dies at Hogwarts, Harry dies at Hogwarts, Voldemort dies at Hogwarts. One of the reasons Voldemort fears Dumbledore so much is because Dumbledore saw him before what he is now when Tom Riddle attended Hogwarts. Dumbledore knows the secrets of Voldemort's past and is seen as one of the only ones that can defeat the Dark Lord. This leads Voldemort to fear him as he fears only one other thing, death. When Snape was a student, the majority of his time was spent with Lily. Dumbledore did not fail to notice Snape's devotion and later uses his dedication to make Snape a tool in his plans to defeat Voldemort, ultimately causing Snape's death when he is killed by Voldemort. During Harry's time as a student at Hogwarts, he becomes close to Dumbledore and trusts him. Trusts the man who took him from the wreckage of his home the night his parents died, and later trusts the man who leads him to the forest the night he is meant to die. Dumbledore's death as he arranges and plans for the graves of all 3 of his abandoned boys. No matter how long it's been since these crisp pages full of wondrous ideas came out, people are still uncovering new ideas to explore, pages creaking with every loving turn. I think that is one of the things that makes this series such a classic. I know I, in honor of Alan Rickman, who passed away just a few days ago, will Severus Snape this and love the series all of it.